Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Suryanto. Today I would like to study again about articulating belief. Then, what is belief? Belief is defined as the feeling being certain that something exists or is true. So, people is commonly directed or guided by their belief because people feel certain that their acts are true. An example of articulating belief can be given by Grave, and this may give you different view. Grave 2004 pronunciation to 15 China students. In teaching this China student, she believed that to teach pronunciation requiring a variety of techniques like listening to peer, listening to previous teacher, and practice individually to produce correct sound. And in this case, Grave did not use oral repetition because he believed that oral repetition drill is mindless and just mechanical. However, in feedback session, we found out that students need oral repetition drill. Why students need oral repetition drill? It is because oral repetition drill enable them to practice new sound anonymously. It means that when the student practice, whatever she try to speak, no one knows. Oral repetition drill also make them not having fear to make mistake. So from these two cases, we can have a look at what Grave believe is not necessarily the same as in the factual field we have to teach. So we have to be cautious in teaching English like this. In order to understand your belief, Grave 2000 provides a framework to articulate your belief. To know your belief properly in teaching, first you should know your view of language. If your view language is rule-governed, you view language has a set of rules. This view may guide your teaching. If you teach, you may teach students using formula. If you teach a sentence, then it has a formula: subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Or when you teach your student present continuous tense, then you will teach your student formula: subject plus to be plus verb being plus object. Then, if your view language is a mean of communication, this view may guide you to teach your student language function. For instance, greeting, giving opinion, agreeing, disagreeing, giving direction, and so on. The second framework is your view of social context of language. It deals with social linguistics. Sociolinguistic means that when you teach language, it should fit with social context. This should guide people in teaching which one appropriate to use. Since for instance the expression, I need a recommendation letter, or would you mind writing a recommendation letter for me? Choosing the right, the appropriate expression for daily conversation, it means that you can apply your social context of language belief properly. The next framework is socio-cultural issues. In teaching, teachers should be guided by social cultural issue, the consciousness of the existing culture. For example, in English-speaking country, when people say, "Hey Ben, how are you?" saying Ben without addressing Mr. or Pa or whatever is polite. While in Indonesia, people should say, "Hello, Mr. Ben, how are you?" Indonesian culture tend to use point of address or name of address, Mr., in order to be considered polite. So this is social culture. You have to be able to put this one properly. And the last one in social context is socio-political issues. These issues deal with the process of learning English that should direct learners to access work and education. The third framework is your view of learning and learner. If you view the learning is an inductive or deductive process, it may guide you to teaching starting from specific or general point. However, if your view that language learning is developing metacognitive or critical skill, this view represents your belief that may guide you to teach students learning strategies or metacognitive or learning how to learn, and learning using high order thinking, critical thinking. Regarding learners, if you view the learner is knowledge receiver, it may guide you to teach learner by transferring your knowledge. Learner just act as a receiver, so they're passive. In contrast, if you view learner as knowledge creators, this view may guide you to act as a facilitator and letting learners to be active in the classroom. The fourth framework, or the last one, is your view of teaching. If you view teaching as knowledge transfer, it directs to be more teacher-centered. And if you view that teaching is constructing knowledge, this view may guide you to let students to construct their knowledge and put yourself as a facilitator that enable your teaching to be student-centered one. So be careful with your belief in order to be able to plan better instructional design.